Hey guys, so we tried to do this whole live Facebook Live thing, and it didn't work the best, but hopefully we'll be able to post this video. It won't be totally live, but we'll work on getting that figured out for our next interview, so we will be working on that.
I'm excited to be able to do this, and I know that we tried to do it live. Amber was with us for a few minutes there. She said hi, and we were able to say hi back, but then it kind of went south. So we'll see what happens here in the next few days and try to learn a little more about that doing live thing. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So if you don't know who we are, I'm Nikki Justison, and this is my dad, Ron Shekels. And we are actually working with Hello Heaven Studios, and we are getting ready to launch a brand new web show for you guys, and it is called Shine Live. Tell us a little bit about what Shine Live is and kind of the story behind it.
Well, Shine Live kind of came about as a byproduct, if you will, of us wanting to be involved in ministry. And you as a teacher, you were so busy that you couldn't do anything at all because you were working 180 hours a week or better. And I was diagnosed with cancer, and I've been off work now for 3 years, I guess. So we just needed something to kind of do. And of course, last summer you came up with this idea after you had a situation. And do you want to talk about that, or?
I shared it recently on the Facebook page about how we got the name of Hello Heaven. We had a miscarriage, and we lost our baby, and when I woke up from surgery, the name came to me, and it was Nevaeh, which is heaven backwards, and we really wanted her to be the forefront of this ministry, and so we wanted her involved in the name somehow. But going through the whole idea of Nevaeh and what can we do with that, it ended up being Hello Heaven.
And I think it was a really neat opportunity for us to kind of jump on that and try to bring some great encouragement and a spiritual aspect of encouragement and things like that to help people feel, because this is for more than just, we're going to have puppets, we're going to have music, we're going to have, but at the same time, we want it to be for everybody. So even for teens, I know Amber is going to really do a lot of stuff for the teens and
young adults,
teens and young adults, yeah. And we're excited about her coming on board with us and being able to do that with us. And I think you're going to really like what she does and what she writes and her responses, and we're going to get her on an interview one day too, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually going to get a chance to meet the entire team by interview. So today Ron is in the spotlight, my dad, of course. That's kind of weird calling him Ron. So he will be the one we're kind of interviewing today, getting to know a little bit more about as we kind of talk about Shine Live, Hello Heaven, who Ron is, and we have some fun things in store as well. Really quick, just with Shine Live, I wanted to say the idea behind it is kind of a talk show, kind of a variety show. Diamond, who's next to Dad here, is the host of the show, and her friends are getting together, and they're trying to tackle a challenge each and every episode. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be songs, there's going to be puppets, there's going to be people. There's going to be a lot of different variety within Shine Live.
And then I think, too, there's going to be different pages on our website. And you can go to our website at helloheavenstudios.com. And there's coloring pages, there's games, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff. Again, that's still in the process, too, because we're trying to build that. At the same time, we're trying to rebuild our studios and things like that. But
yeah, so a lot of stuff is coming. Just bear with us. We're kind of slowly getting there, and we're going to have a lot of stuff. We got a lot of vision and a lot of plans for Hello Heaven. So Ron, let's go ahead. Ron, Dad. Again, that's really weird.
You can call me Ron.
All right, Ron, let's go ahead and get with some questions here. Let's figure out who you are.
Okay.
So you have been in ministry for a lot of years.
I have been.
How did you get started in your ministry?
Well, actually, all my life has really been set on helping people and doing things for people. Even when I was a little person, we were always constantly helping neighbors and doing things like that. And so when I was in high school, I really didn't know what I was going to do or where I was going to go or what I wanted to be when I grew up. And right now at 56 years old, I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. But that's okay, I guess.
It is okay.
So I had planned on going to college and to a place that my mom was always talking about. And I can't remember the exact name, but we were always talking about you have to wear your long underwear because it's cold, and you always have to pray for food because the college was kind of a non-profit thing and whatnot. Well, that really didn't work out. I met my wife. She was the music director in a church in Virginia, and I knew the pastor, and we kind of got together and formed a music team, and we would go on the streets of D.C., and we would play music, and then we had a missionary that would speak to the people that had gathered from our music playing. And so with that, we kind of continued on. She had gotten a job as the choir director in Minnesota. And she's originally from Minnesota, and I know your husband is from Minnesota. William's from Minnesota.
Yeah,
and
Minnesota blood.
Yeah, our hearts are Minnesota, eh? I think we all believe in Minnesota. We like Minnesota. We still have family up there. But anyway, moved back to Minnesota, and that's really where we started out, working at the church there, going back to school, getting my degree in pastoral theology. And then working at Crystal, and then going into other different ministries. So that was back in '83, I guess we started that.
So that's a lot of years in ministry.
So we've kind of just been doing it ever since.
Exactly. All right, so I've heard over my years of life, I've heard a lot of your stories from ministry, but what is like the funniest moment from a church or a youth group or something that happened while doing ministry that just sticks in your brain?
I think the one that sticks to me the most is when we were youth pastors at Crystal, and we were in bed one night, and the youth had a tendency to just drop by, which we didn't have a problem with. But my wife and I were laying in bed, and I heard them come, and they're knocking on the door and yelling and screaming at the door. And I just told my wife, I said, just pretend we're not here, they'll go away. Well, about that time, I hear the garage door open, and one of them says, hey, here's a ladder. And they were going to climb up the window and crawl through the window, and I just told Sal, just go to the door, let them in, let's see what they're going to do. So they come in, they had just left McDonald's. They were all out just having a good time. They just left McDonald's. And there was one girl who says, I just needed to use the bathroom. They came in, they used the bathroom, they left. That was the normal thing for our youth group. And we were kind of a close youth group. I remember one other time they came over and they brought everything for a birthday party. Okay. One of the girls was having a birthday party. They brought the plates, they brought the fork, they brought the cake, they brought the ice cream, they brought napkins, and they brought a trash bag. They came in, they ate the cake, they ate the ice cream, they took their trash with them and went home. And they just came by to have cake and ice cream with us.
I think those are probably my favorite stories of all of them. I was wondering if those were the ones you were going to pick or if you were going to share something I didn't hear, but those always make me smile. I don't know why. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah.
All right, so while in the ministry, is there a story that sticks out that kind of was like kind of that aha moment, this is why I got into ministry, more of that serious spiritual side?
There is. There was one time we were in Ohio, and we were at a ministers' conference, the district council of Ohio, and Reverend Dobson. There's Dobbins and Dobson. I always get those two mixed up, but they're both counselors. But Reverend Dobbins was the assistant superintendent for the state of Ohio.
Okay.
And it was a communion service, and everybody in the audience had been served like normal, you know. And then after they brought the plates, the juice, and the bread back up, he gets up and he says, "Has everybody been served?" And I'm like, that's normal to say that, you know. Every pastor says, "Make sure everybody's served." Has everybody been served? then all of a sudden, somebody in the audience stood up and says, Pastor, I haven't been served. I represent, and they gave a number of people that have not been touched by the gospel. You know, and they went, there was probably, these were obviously plants in the sanctuary, but there was probably 10 or 15 people stood and said, I haven't been served because no one is in my community to tell me about Jesus. It was at that moment, I mean, my heart broke at that moment, because it was like, man, how do we reach these people? What do we need to do? Not everybody's been served. You know, a lot of people couldn't take communion that day just because not everybody had been served.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really touching, and that really made me know at that point, from that point on, my job was to serve, not be served.
Yeah, that's really good. I got goosebumps on that one. But it is true. There are people that don't know Christ, haven't been served, haven't been given the bread of life. And that is part of Hello Heaven Studios. You know, we're starting with puppets and kind of family entertainment with the kids, but it's all based on solid doctrine and scripture and what God says of who we are, and just that encouraging piece as well.
Right.
So I do like that. Thank you for sharing that.
Certainly.
All right, now we're going to get a little bit more random here, not as ministry oriented, just who you are as Ron. So what is your favorite cartoon character?
I'm going to have to say Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. Why Mickey Mouse?
Well, you know, I grew up with Mickey.
Okay.
You know, and I'll be honest with you, the Mickey Mouse Club was one of our favorite. MICKEYMOUSE. So, I mean, a lot of people, you even kind of have, well, maybe because of me, but I think, you know.
Probably.
I think Mickey Mouse was one of those old-time Popeye, Olive, Pluto, classic stuff. You know, Roadrunner was a big thing back then. These ones today I don't really get with, like Power Rangers and Grayskull, Sword, or whatever that stuff is. I gotta admit I'm getting old, so I gotta go back to my old favorites.
All right. All right, the next question here is Pepsi or Coke?
Oh,
Which
Pepsi.
one?
But now here's the weird thing about that, okay? Pepsi over Coke any day of the week, okay? But Diet Coke over Diet Pepsi.
I've never thought about diet.
Yeah, I mean, I would take a Diet Coke before I drink a Coke,
Pepsi.
but I would take, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like Diet, I love Pepsi, don't like Diet Pepsi. I'm not a big fan of Coke, but I love Diet Coke.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
All right, what's your favorite song of all time?
Favorite song. Well, I got so many. You
You gotta pick one. Which one?
Oh boy. You know, I think when you were little, we would always go to Grandma's up in Minnesota.
Yep.
And we would always sing songs, and some of them would just be kind of, you know, Who's in the Middle of the Dark? Remember that song?
I do.
And Oh, Look in the Moon, She is Shiny and Bright, you know, some of those songs. But as far as Christian songs?
Just favorite song in general.
Favorite song in general?
It could be either or.
Boy, that's a tough one.
You want to come back to that one?
Let's come back to that one, because I'm not sure I have an answer to that.
All right, we'll come back, see what you come up with.
Okay, all right.
All right, so your favorite childhood Christmas gift. What is the one that sticks out to you?
The one that sticks out to me the most, I don't know if this was my favorite.
Okay.
But my mom and dad, every Christmas, would buy us the paddles and a ball on the end of it. And of course there's my brother, my sister, and myself. So they would always get 3 of these, and each of us would get one. And you know how you paddle the ball and the ball bounces back and forth? Well, eventually that rubber band would break. When the rubber band would break, my mom would take the paddle part of it, because she would use it on us later on our rear ends. So it was every Christmas, it was ammunition for her being able to paddle us on the rear end when we needed it. Not that it did us good, trust me. It was never, you know, anything that, anytime she paddled us, we deserved it. Let's put it that way. Especially my brother and my sister. But anytime we needed paddled, she paddled. If she ever said, wait till your father gets home, you knew you were going to get more than a paddle. So that was probably my what I remember most and funniest part about Christmas was the paddles and the balls. Every Christmas we got one.
Every year.
Every year. And of course, I'd get underwear with my name written and my initials in it. You know.
I think you still do that now, don't
you?
It's just continued.
It's continued over the years, yeah. And that was because we were in the Boy Scouts, you know, and all the time we would go camping and things would get lost and you'd have to put your name in your stuff, and that is where that came from.
Yep. All right. This is a big controversial question here.
Okay.
Who is your favorite Disney princess?
Oh boy, my favorite Disney princess.
You gotta know.
I'm gonna say Ariel.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
I think Ariel is just. I love the water.
Yeah.
You know, and I wish I could live under the sea.
That is a good song.
Because I like to scuba dive.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't done it in a long time, but you know.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, you and William, I tell you, that's William's favorite princess too.
See, good minds think alike.
You guys are so alike. All right, favorite Bible verse, and that's my last question for you. But we have some other things coming up.
My favorite of all times is Romans chapter 8:28. For all things work together for the good of those that are called according to His purpose. I've had a lot of things go wrong in my life or happen in my life, and I know that all of them were for a purpose. All of them were good. You know, what Satan means to destroy, God means for good. And I've been able to have that light in my life to know that even though it looks bad, I know God's in control. Mm-hmm. And it's all going to work out for the good because I love Him.
Yep, that's awesome. All right, so back to Shine Live. This is Ron. This is kind of a little bit of who he is. But also with Shine Live, one of the big things that he does is he helps us with building puppets. And we're going to show you one of our puppets for Shine Live. We haven't really introduced him yet. You've met Diamond a little bit on some of our promo videos. We've talked about her, some of the other things. But this is one that Ron has designed, and it is Ted the Head.
Here's Ted the Head. Ted the Head is a robot. Now, he's not online yet, so that's why we can't get him to talk, but you'll see him coming in the days ahead. He's not completely done. We're still doing some programming on him and getting some things in his head. He's pretty smart, to be honest with you. He has a lot of knowledge that him and usually Ollie kind of go head to head, if you will, because Ollie likes to think he knows a lot, and sometimes he doesn't know the exact truth, or he might, what do you call it when you stretch the truth?
Fabricate?
Fabricate. Well, not necessarily fabricate, but embellish. Yeah. He has a tendency to embellish the truth, whereas Ted the Head, he has the knowledge. Yeah. So, but he's going to be our robot of knowing the right thing at the right time. So you'll see him quite often, probably, and he'll be sharing a little bit about himself, and that's Ted the Head.
Tell us a little bit about just the design of it, how you built him.
Well, what I did was, with the help of William, if you look at the inside here, this is actually kind of like a soccer ball, and it's made out of paper. And if you look at the top of the head here, if I turn it just like this here, this is actually just looks like a soccer ball. And then I had another piece that looked like a mask that you could make out of paper. And maybe one of these days we'll do that. I'll tell them how to get that offline and make little soccer balls, you know, and you'll kind of get the idea. Well, then I had William kind of gave me the idea of being able to round his head out with the soccer ball and just add the face to it. And that worked out really good. So if you look on the inside, it's actually just cardboard, paper, tag board, I guess you would call it. And then what we did is we took that tag board and we put, what am I trying to say?
William?
Plaster Paris. It's a plaster fabric that you find at the craft store. And what you do, I think it's the same stuff they make casts out of. But what you do, it's at the Hobby Lobby or Michael's or wherever you go. And it's plastered. So you can kind of see here on the side, if you look real close here, I don't know if he can zoom in, but you kind of see the strips there of the plaster Paris strips, and they get put on. And we did like 3 layers of those, and then we Mod Podged everything to be able to accept the paint. Now, in this particular case, we kind of liked the little dots all over his head because it looked more like a robot. Mm-hmm. But if you use more Mod Podge, it'll come out clear so that you don't see these little dots. Okay. And then because of that, it made it hard. Mm-hmm. And now he's able to, kind of go through the routine of what we have to go through in order to make production happen. And he can take a little bit of beating. I hope he doesn't take too much beating, but he can take a little bit of beating and keep on ticking.
All right.
So that's kind of how. And should I tell him how I'm going to put lights in him and that kind of stuff? So that's why he's not totally complete, because I got to get the lighting package put in him and go from there. That's awesome. Yeah, that's how he started out something else. I don't remember what we called him first.
He started out as Robbie 2.0.
Robbie 2.0. Robbie the robot.
Ted the head just kind of fit.
Yeah.
And it stuck.
Yeah. We knew we weren't going to build a bottom part, so Ted the head just kind of stuck.
Yep. And I kind of, and this is kind of a behind the scenes tidbit, I guess, as well. But kind of envision like Oz, the Wizard of Oz, and how it's just that floating head with like the green smoke. That's kind of the idea, I think, with the floating head, with what we're going to do with Ted. But he's coming to a web show near you, Shine Live, January 2018. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah, we're really working hard to get the studio up and running and get some shows produced so that we can keep on that, because right now we're thinking once a month for now. Eventually it's going to get more. That's kind of our goal. But
once a month, one episode a month.
If we can get 1 episode a month for right now, we feel like we're going to be on top of the world.
Yep, absolutely. All right, we're going on to kind of a fun part now. We're going to do a little challenge with you. Are you up for it?
I'm up.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, we're not really going to tell you the challenge until we're kind of in the middle of the challenge.
Oh boy.
So, this should be entertaining. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but we'll see what happens. All right, while I am getting some things together here, why don't you sing a little song, play a little ditty, do something kind of fun.
Play a little ditty.
You want me to grab your guitar for you?
Sing a song. Boy, that's called putting you on the spot, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Sing a little song. The only song that's really come to my mind right now is Mary Had a Little Lamb. It's Lisa's White as Snow, Where the Mary Went, the Lamb was sure to go. That's not a song, though. That's a poem, isn't it? What song? Somebody help me here. What song should I sing?
All right, so here's what's going to happen.
Okay, finally they got me out of this. Okay.
You are going to be blindfolded.
Okay.
You are going to get a dice in your hand.
Okay.
And I actually have a very big dice.
Okay.
Like, so big.
Oh, my goodness.
It'll take you a little while to figure out how to throw it.
Okay.
All right. I am going to have certain items out that you will not see.
Okay.
You will not know what they are.
Okay.
I will not tell you what they are.
Okay.
Okay? But you trust me, right?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Okay. Good.
I've learned over the years.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. You're going to roll the dice blindfolded.
Okay.
I'm going to give you something. You eat the something. You tell us what you think the something is.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Everything I am giving you is edible.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm feeding you random things that are not edible.
Okay.
All right?
This is getting scary now.
Do you trust me?
Yeah, I trust you.
Okay. Hey, you said you didn't earlier. All right, so I got this really big towel.
Yeah, I see that.
Let's see how we can blindfold you here.
Okay.
You getting everything, William? I don't know if I'm very good at blindfolding. Ooh,
I can't see. Yeah, it's a big towel.
All right.
Okay.
So let's see if I can tie the towel.
The only thing I'm asking right now is don't turn any music on, because when it's dark and music on, I have a tendency to just fall asleep.
Okay, that is true.
And it is dark right now.
I've seen it happen all the time. All right, so we're going to do this a couple different ways here. Not really a couple different ways, one way. I'm going to lay out the product of what you will be rolling for.
Okay.
I'm going to assign each product a number There are 6 numbers on the dice, so some of the products may get assigned 2 numbers, I'm thinking.
Uh-oh.
Does that sound like a plan?
As long as it's the good ones. They get 2 numbers.
Well, I don't know about that. How did we mean I have good and bad?
Oh, I
might
don't
have
know.
all bad, it might have all good.
Oh, man, there's bananas over there, right?
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Diamond knows there's bananas over there, don't you, Diamond?
Alright, so my lovely audience, you can see all the products. I'm going to assign numbers to the products that are before you that Ron cannot see.
Cannot see.
At all.
At all.
Alright, if I was thinking, I may have gotten some prettier paper for my numbers.
I think it looks fine from where I'm sitting.
Yeah? Let's see. Let's move this around a little bit. Changing things up on you guys. Alright, can you see it nice and you zoomed in on it at all, William? Alright. So you're only going to do it 4 times.
Okay, good.
We have 4 rounds.
4 rounds.
Okay, so who knows? We'll see what happens.
Okay. Ready?
Alright, we're rolling the dice. And you want me to tell you what your number is?
Sure.
Alright, your number is a 2.
2.
And here's the problem.
What? You don't have a 2.
You guys just moved. Alright, we're finding things so we can consume items. Hold on 1 second. Alright,
Okay.
I found it.
Okay.
Alrighty. We got a 2.
Okay.
You gotta tell us what it is.
This is crazy.
Why is this crazy?
I don't know. I'm
You
scared.
might kind of like it.
I'm scared now. Is it a banana?
I don't know.
I like banana.
Bananas?
Banana.
Number 2 is it.
Banana, na, na, na. Banana,
All right.
na, na, na. Banana, na, na, na.
Number 2.
Number 2.
You ready?
Ready.
Alright, here we go. Gotta tell us what you think it is.
That is definitely baby food. And it's banana baby food.
You did. You got banana baby food.
Banana
Nice job. You nailed that one.
You poor babies out there, tell your moms quit feeding you that.
Have you had that one before?
I have.
You like know what it is.
I had, because I used to share it with you.
Oh, okay. That's how it worked.
Yep.
All right. That was round 1. We got round 2. Go ahead and roll.
Roll again.
Davin's just sitting there. All right, number 5.
5.
Alrighty.
Here we go.
Let's see how this one goes. Number 5. If I can get to number 5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We will be doing good.
Of course, I can't see, so I don't know what I pointed at, but that's normally how it goes. 1 in each corner, 1 in the middle.
There you
5.
go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And 5. Alright, here we go. You ready?
Ready.
Round 2.
Round 2.
Can you name this mysterious
Number 5.
food?
That's good. Add a little cinnamon to that, and that would be applesauce.
Applesauce. Alright, pretty close. We'll give you that one for now.
Uh-oh.
We'll see. Alright. Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, I got to roll.
3rd round, almost done.
3rd round. Okay.
And you got a 1.
1. Uno. Uno.
Oh no. 1.
1 is the loneliest number.
I think we're related. I was just gonna sing that. Alright, number 1. You ready?
Number 1. Here we go.
Alright. I just show the camera really quick because it's pretty fun. Alright, number 1.
Oh! Oh!
like dirt.
I think this really should have been live. Can I just say that?
Was that mashed peas?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one.
That was number 4, right?
That was number 1.
Oh, man. Don't roll 1 no more. Where'd that 2 go? 2, 2, 2.
All right, last roll. Last round.
Oh, Lord, if you like me, make it a 2. Lord, make it a 2.
And we got a 6.
Oh!
All right, let's see if you can name 6.
Oh, my goodness. I hope it's not dirt.
All right. Number 6. Here we go. Are you ready?
No.
Okay. You trust me though, right? It's not gonna hurt you. Here we go.
I thought you liked me. Ah! Ooh! That was nasty. Was that pumpkin? Tastes like pumpkin. No crust, no whipped cream.
Okay, that was really fun.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I will say you got an A+ for your challenge.
Did I?
All right, here we go. You ready?
Where's that cup of coffee at?
You ready? Here we go.
Okay. What was this? This was the last one?
Well,
5 and 6.
we kind of cheated
Gerber.
a little bit. This was the last one.
It doesn't say what they were.
It's right there on that one.
Sweet potato. And then 4 was apples. I said applesauce.
You
Is
did.
that-
You were
okay.
really close on that one.
And banana.
And you got the banana baby food right away.
Right away. And the peas.
You got that one pretty close too.
Oh, man. Hang on just a second.
All right. Oh man.
Woo! Hey, if you ever get the chance to play that game, don't.
All right. We are wrapping up here at Ron and Sally's new home, and we will eventually take a tour for you. Well,
Take you on a
give
tour?
you a tour of the Hello Heaven Studios when it gets together a little bit better.
And we're really sorry we couldn't go live. We were just having some technical difficulties. We're going to play with that and see.
We will.
It might have been our web thing. It might have been the internet. We don't know. We didn't know really what we were doing to begin with in the first place.
We'll work on that one. We're
We'll
not
figure
very
it out.
tech savvy, but we'll figure it out very soon. I did want to give you guys just some updates here. All right, this Wednesday, there will be a brand new post from Amber and Flickering Lights, Our Battle Cry. So
Yay.
check our website. She's going to be posting about it on our Facebook as well on Wednesday. So that's coming up.
Amber, you're awesome.
All right, again, we've said this a couple times, but Shine Live will be airing in January. But, and I haven't actually ran this past everybody yet, but we're going to do it anyway. December 1st, I am looking for a preview panel of about 10 people. Okay, so I want you to view some of our clips that we're going to be putting into our episode and give us some feedback, what you liked, what you didn't like, different things like that. So if you are interested in being part of our preview panel,
idea.
message us for more information and we will definitely be on the lookout for you guys. We're looking for 10 people, 10 families. Maybe you have kids that you want to watch it with. Maybe you're single and you just like puppets and kids stuff. That was totally me and I'm still like that, so it's fine. I'm just looking for 10 people. So message us if you're interested. I'll send you some videos to your email and then I'll send you a questionnaire to go along with it. All right?
Hey, that kind of gives me another idea, and the thought being that if you have questions or you've got something you want us to cover, or maybe you want Amber to talk about in some of her posts,
Yep.
let us know so that we can kind of gear ourselves to what you guys need, because remember, this is for you just as much as it is for us, but we want to make sure that we're touching and reaching in the areas that we need to touch and reach and that affect you.
Yep, that's good. So this is really us wrapping up. William's interview will be coming up next. Not sure when that will be yet, but be on the lookout, and maybe we'll try to do it live. We'll see. But he'll have his challenge, his questions, all that good stuff. So you'll be meeting our team member, William, next time.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you later.